I did a review about the G4 Doorbell Pro recently, and now I want to take a look at the differences between both of these models here. So in front of me I have the G4 Doorbell Pro and the G4 Doorbell. And yes, I haven't installed this yet because I'm waiting to complete this review, and then I'll be installing this on my front door. Remember, if you are new here, hit the subscribe button. Links are down in the description below, also along with the ways to support the channel, such as my affiliate link or the super chat button underneath. So let's take a look at these two boxes and have a look at what comes inside them. You can definitely see the size differences with these boxes if I take the lids off both of them. On the side you can see both of them, one says G4 Doorbell Pro, one says G4 Doorbell. And then inside the box you can see the G4 Doorbell gets shown straight away, but there's some protective padding on top of this one. So there's the G4 Doorbell Pro. Now, you can see that the G4 Doorbell is a lot smaller than the G4 Doorbell Pro on the G4 Doorbell, and definitely lengthwise it's a lot longer, as you can see. So just a little closer look up at the camera itself. In terms of the width, you can see again it's slightly, the G4 Doorbell Pro is slightly fatter, and in terms of height, as I mentioned, it is definitely a lot bigger. Putting those two aside, looking further down into the box, one thing to note is actually on the back of the G4 Doorbell, it does have the back plate on here already. This one also does have this just here, so the two back plates are actually come on the unit themselves. I've actually taken this off because I did do some testing, but they come on the unit. You have some screws that come inside the box. So you have the two mounts, which yes, they both can be mounted either way. Now the additional new bit on the G4 Doorbell Pro, which I'll show you just now, is the fact that they have the screw holes just on here. So you have a screw hole here and a screw hole here to keep it in place, whereas on the G4 Doorbell, that doesn't actually exist anywhere. So there's no way to actually secure the doorbell to this. Further inside the box on the G4 Doorbell Pro, you have the two connectors. You have one for if you're using a mechanical chime and one if you want to connect directly to the power. So we have those for the G4 Doorbell Pro, and then we have the same for the G4 Doorbell as well, except they are in white. We have the two different options again, depending on whichever one you want to use. We do have the screws which are fallen out of the pack, so I'm not going to take those out. But the other main thing that comes with both of these, and I'll show you just now, is the transformer. So you have the transformer that comes with both of these, which are exactly the same transformer. And yeah, they are exactly the same transformer because they take the same power. So both cameras require the same amount of power, so they've just put the same transformer in both boxes. If we take a look at the physical specifications of these and see what the main differences are between the two and see if that's really worth the upgrade. What are the real differences between the two doorbells? So let's have a quick look. So first is the price point. The G4 Doorbell is $199 in the US and $230 in the EU, and the G4 Doorbell Pro is $299 and €340 in the EU. They both have a 5 megapixel sensor under the hood. 1600 by 1200 is the video output of the camera. The G4 Doorbell has no package sensor, however the G4 Pro has an 8 megapixel package camera. They both have dual band AC Wi-Fi, however the G4 Pro has the PoE option over the USB, so there's an additional adapter which is still in early access, but you can use it over PoE. When I powered mine, I just used a straightforward USB plug and it worked perfectly fine. The European version comes with a transformer. I'm not sure if the US version does. I believe on the G4 Doorbell it didn't come with one. I don't know if that's changed with the G4 Doorbell Pro. They both have an entrance light at the bottom. Now they've marketed them slightly differently between the two. So on the G4 Doorbell it's an entrance light, and on the G4 Doorbell Pro it's a porch light. The processor is exactly the same between the two, so they both have the quad-core A53 ARM chip inside them. Both have Bluetooth 5.0 and they're both IPX4 rated, which means they can have water thrown at them, but obviously they can't be submerged. So now we've looked at the physical specs of the unit, let's take a look at the camera in both day and night and see how they work and if there's actually any difference between them. For the night vision test, I have two different tests that I am running, and the first one is walking from the back of my garden at night time. Now, don't ask me why I was walking like this. I was doing another test at the same time. So this is me walking towards the camera, and the back of my garden is about 20 to 25 meters away. I then move on to a package drop, so this is about 10 to 12 meters away. It's me walking along with a package, and then we do an audio test. This is me talking to you from about 1.5 meters away for the cameras to hear the audio quality. This is me talking to you from about 1.5 meters away for the cameras to hear the audio quality. So you can see the audio is a little bit better when it comes to the G4 Doorbell Pro. Now this is me doing the same sort of test during the day, which is me walking from the back of the garden. It was a bit of a windy day. And we'll do the same again with the package drop. So same again, you can see it. We are dropping the package. And just to make sure we have completeness, here is a video clip of me dropping a package off during the day. So the question is, do I think it's worth the extra €110 or $100? Well, at this moment, I only see two advantages with the G4 Doorbell Pro. One, it has a package cam, and two, the microphone seems to be a little bit better pickup on it. Under the hood, the camera is exactly the same. It has the same 5 megapixel CMOS sensor on the front, and there are no differences with the hardware, other than the fingerprint reader, of course. Now, once they release the fingerprint reader options and or the NFC options, then we'll have a look and see what we can do with it and see if it's worth the upgrade at that point. I showed in my Unifi Protect video that you can add package detection to the G4 Doorbell, so maybe this might be something that is sufficient for you, that will give you the package detection that you want. If you agree or disagree, let me know down in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, and there are ways to support the channel in the description below. This is InsideWire, and I'll see you in the next one.